This is the tutorial of Pedro Pascal in Gladiator 2 as General Acacius. And I got a lot of requests for this, so here we go. I'm using my 25 spray, which is a must, especially if you're starting off with your hair a bit longer. But I'm using 25 spray to make sure I can detangle the hair, keep it nice and moisturized. And now I'm using my favorite brush of all time, my anti-static vent brush. And these are available at shop.TheSalonGuy.com. And if you use code YouTube20, you get 20% off. So make note that I'm combing, the way I'm brushing the hair, I'm actually combing the hair from the bottom and then working my way up. So now I'm finding the side part, because he has kind of like a side part in this in the movie. And also in real life too, he's got kind of an off-center, like a side parting. So I got that, and now I'm going to start creating my base. And I'm just doing this very free-handed. I'm doing this very free-handed, and I'm just kind of making this more of a lived-in, very textured look. Not, perfect, but not perfect, if that makes sense. Something a little more creative in a sense, but also being like the perfectionist that I am. So creating the base of this haircut is important because you don't want to have the hair too long, and you don't want to go too short in the back either. So this is all about just finding that right, perfect balance for the haircut. So I'm combing, and I'm not using my fingers to hold the hair, if you notice. I'm not using any tension. I'm just combing the hair and pretty much cutting it as it falls. And there we go, as you can see right in through here. And believe it or not, sometimes the comb can be better than your hands or creating tension with your fingers. And the comb just provides a nice kind of free-flowing, easy technique, right? An easy solution to cutting. Now, the top right here, I'm creating my guide. And this is really important because this is what's going to pretty much be the focal point of the entire haircut as far as where everything has to connect to. It's that one piece. I created my first guide and section horizontally, and now I'm cutting the back vertically. So you want to go all the way to the bottom. After a certain point, you really, this is overdoing it for me. I shouldn't be throwing the arm over that much and hurting my back. But that's just me being stubborn and saying, I just want to do it. I just want to do it. But if your back isn't hurting, then fine, right? If you're a hair professional watching this and you're cutting and your back isn't hurting, then fine. But you can get that hair, by cutting in a different angle. The good thing is, and why it's not super, super long, is that we already established the base. So what I'm doing in the back is I'm creating layers. And yes, this entire haircut is layered. And the layers are going to allow the hair to have a bit more movement and freedom. And it's getting rid of all that excess weight. Once you establish the length, it's then all about what do you want to do with the haircut. Do you want to layer it? Do you want to keep it very, very heavy? Remove weight, add weight, whatever you want to do, but that's what layering does, and that's what you have to determine. And especially if you're a client watching us getting your haircut, you have to make that decision. I would say 85 to 95% of today's haircuts, or all haircuts, are layered, to be honest with you. There's not a haircut really that looks really well and looks good and that's not layered, to be honest with you. So layering is something that's really important. And I'll repeat this later, but as for now, if you do want this haircut, the best thing is to take a photo to the barber or the hairstylist. I doubt they're going to watch this entire video. However, maybe there's something in the video that you can show them that's, a key point for you if you're a client. If you're a professional watching this, and let me know in the comments below, are you a client watching this? Are you a professional watching this? Are you going to do this haircut? Because I teach just to teach, right? If you're a hairstylist or a barber watching this, that's amazing. Hello. And if you're a client watching this, then that's awesome. If you're trying to cut hair at home, best of luck, But finding someone to execute a haircut like this is not easy also. This is a really precision haircut. There's no clippers involved. It's all using your hands and scissors. So a hairstylist can do this, or a barber who really is comfortable with doing longer styles, to be honest with you. Now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of working the layers into the length, making sure it's all balanced. And this mannequin is Jake. And I've done a haircut on Jake before in the past. And this is a really, really, really good mannequin. And I honestly, Beauty School Store is where you can get this mannequin. It's Jake. You can follow them and search, but beautyschoolstore.com is where you can purchase this mannequin. And I really, really enjoyed this mannequin. It's top notch, and that's where you can get it from if you're looking to get it. All right? I have loads and loads of different mannequins. I've tried them all. I have some that are absolutely awful that, unfortunately, I bought a whole bunch of that I have to get through. But this isn't one of those. This is actually a one and done that I got of this mannequin, and it's phenomenal. So I'll be getting more definitely in the near future. So now I'm actually holding the hair out horizontally because I want the hair to have that freedom to be able to flip up and move around. So if you're somebody who cuts hair and you want to have a lot more weight removed and you want to make sure that the hair does have a bit more freedom and flexibility to flip up, then cutting this horizontally is really, really, really going to help that. And that's just an old school tip that I learned years and years ago. And you can see with that movement, we got a lot of movement and a lot of texture. So things are looking really, really good. So now I'm going to start to work my way towards the top, back of the head. Now we have to make that connection. And here is that connection. So I'm following the head shape and cutting this all rounded and making sure that everything is going to connect. Because you want to have that connection between the back, the top back, and then the top. You can't go wrong if you follow a method similar to this where you're very, very organized in your haircut. And as you can see, I'm just doing this to make sure it's very, very thorough and even Steven. So you don't always have to do this, but that's the difference, folks. That's the difference. You want that even Steven haircut. And yeah, so now I'm going to be cutting the top, and you can see I'm now cutting horizontally because we already made that connection vertically. I always say leave the past behind, and we can start to look ahead and move forward. So the way I'm doing that is I'm just cutting my typical mohawk section right down the middle, and then I'm going to go from the middle to the corners and the sides. If you follow a structure like this, and this is something I've been doing for a very, very long time, this will definitely improve your haircuts so you don't feel lost. You have to simplify it. Now, the very, very front, I'm combing slightly upwards, slightly outwards. And now I'm doing the corners, and I'm cutting the corners in a rounded shape. Because once again, I want to have this to be as close to the natural hair pattern or hair growth as possible. And I'm following this pattern all the way through the entire haircut, basically. And there's a lot of hair coming off. But then again, if you do want this haircut, then you have to have a lot of hair cut off if your hair's longer. Now, this isn't like a super short haircut, but, it's not really, really long either. Now, you can see here all that hair. This is me now connecting that corner into the bottom. Really, really, really important. And you need to make sure you're going all the way down to the bottom. Now, I didn't establish my length on the bottom, on the sides, or the top and the front. And that's what's going to create something you're going to see shortly, is that I didn't actually do this. So I should have done the length, but I was just such in a frenzy of just layering this, right? And I was like, I got to do this. Now you can see there's that longer piece. And then boom, this is from me not creating the length. And I should have done this before I layered it, but it doesn't really matter because you're getting rid of it anyway. So right now I'm just looking for that movement, and here is where the horizontal comes in again. And I'm saying to myself, it feels really heavy. I'm getting some resistance and getting some tension, and something seems to be off. And that's where I go in and I say, oh, okay, well, the hair is a little bit too long and a little bit too heavy. So cutting this shape is causing me to have to go back, and you'll see right in here, look at all that hair. So I'm cutting all that hair and giving it a bit more freedom because it's just too, kind of bulked up into each other. And then now I'll be able to glide through the hair much easier to be able to cut this horizontal shape. And that's the good thing about hair, is that it kind of like talks to you, right? So look at all that hair. Boom, I'm removing all that weight. And while you're cutting, or while you're basically getting your hair cut, hopefully the professional will feel this and see this. If you're cutting hair, it's the same thing. It's all about feel. Now I'm making sure that I'm able to really, really maximize this horizontal shape, because I want this to be able to be easily flipped up and have a lot of movement and texture. So there we go. You can see it's very, very easily movable and free. So now I'm doing the other side, and I'm picking up right where the corner was and connecting the corner into the top. And then after this, it's basically rinse and repeat. But you notice that my body position, I'm standing in the same spot or same position. I'm not throwing my arm over or my shoulder over too much, because I'm making sure that I'm in a good position. A lot of times you'll see professionals like cutting from the other side and coming from over the top and just bending their body in half. And it's like, oh my gosh, like that's not good for your back. So it's really, really, really going to be an issue long term. If you're a client, then this really isn't too important. However, this is going to separate the professional from, the non-experienced professional, to be honest with you. So now I'm just going to let you kind of watch and observe. Still have some bit to go, because I'm not done. There's a lot to do in this. And there it is. Boom. I'm establishing that length, right? I'm establishing the length. I already layered the top, so I got the work done on the top and the layers. Now I'm just checking to make sure it's even, Steven. And now I'm going to go in to remove all that heavy weight. And there it is, right? I'm cutting vertically, and now I'm going to go in and cut horizontally once I feel ready. And here we go. Pulling it straight out from the head. And look at all that bulk. All that hair needs to come off. That's actually restricting the haircut from having movement. This is something I learned years and years ago. And it's having the confidence to know that hair needs to come off. Because if you keep it on, right, then, it's not going to be the ideal shape. It's not going to work out too well. So don't be afraid to cut that hair off if you're a stylist watching this, or a barber watching this, right? As long as it's going to be balanced and even. Don't just take chunks out, obviously, but as long as it's balanced, you're in good shape. So I'm really being thorough with this, and this is the difference between, maybe going in and getting a 15-minute haircut and a 45-minute to an hour haircut, which is what I'm in that range. Typically, I book an hour for a haircut, male or female, but my prices are also very, very high, a lot higher than, the norm. So, but here I'm just checking for balance. I'm checking for shape, see all that movement, and that's what's allowing me to have that hair just free. That's what I think about when I'm thinking about this haircut, is a free-flowing haircut. All about removing that weight, and that's what I'm doing now. Look at all that hair coming off. Here, I'm just making sure and checking and balancing the shape. And I always do this. Like, I end up going right down the middle, and this is going to tell me what's even or uneven. So this also allows me to see where those uneven parts are, or not even uneven, it's just balancing it. This is your time to really, really balance the shape and go that extra mile, okay? And that's crucial when it comes to haircutting. And let me know in the comments while you're watching this if you have ever experienced a haircut like this, or did you have a favorite stylist or a favorite barber or hair professional, somebody who actually really took the time to be very thorough with his haircut? Let me know in the comments. Now, here we go. It's time to get a little bit wild now. I'm using the feather razor, which is a professional hair tool. You can get this on my Amazon affiliate link in the description, where I have all the hair tools that I use from Amazon. Everything is there. I don't sell my blow dryer on Amazon, however, but you can get it at shop.thesalonguy.com. But now I'm scraping away weight from the hair. Because it is thicker hair, I'm scraping away the weight in a very different type of format. I'm actually cutting from underneath. I'm cutting from underneath, and that's allowing me to feel like the bulk in the hair. So yeah, it's allowing me to feel the bulk. And this is something where it's like do it at your own risk. Leave this to the hair professionals. But if you feel daring enough, you may take a few huge chunks out of your hair, which is not good. But this is something where, as a professional, it really, really does come in handy. And if you're a client watching this and wanting this haircut, you need to have thick hair for this. This is done on fully straight hair. Can you do this on a wavy hair? Sure. But straight hair would be probably a little bit better, to be honest with you. And curly hair, I know you're Salon, what about curly hair? Curly hair, I wouldn't go in and do all this razoring and texturizing. I wouldn't necessarily. You can get this haircut on curly hair. It's just going to look curly, right? So it could work out really well. But this is done on 100% straight hair. Now I'm just doing some pieces right here in the front. Once again, making sure I've got that textured shape, and I'm loving the way it's looking. So I'm using Tidal Wave, and I'm going a little bit heavier on the sprays of this as you normally would. You don't need that much for Tidal Wave, but I'm going in to make sure that I'm spraying 4, 5, 6 spritzes just to make sure that I'm getting a little extra texture. And now I'm using my Ionic blow dryer with the nozzle. It comes with a magnetic nozzle and a magnetic diffuser. These are really great, an awesome Christmas gift. So definitely check them out. But they can only be used in the United States and Canada because of the voltage and stuff like that. So, but I'm blow drying this in the way that I cut this, which is very free flowing, and that's what I'm trying to really accomplish: is a free flowing result, meaning it's perfect, but it's not perfect, but it's perfect. If that makes sense. I'm trying to mess the hair up, and that's the key with these types of haircuts, is that you want them to be perfect, but you also want to be not perfect, if that makes sense. So it's all about, this is a result of all the work I put into this haircut. And this was a big, big job. So you blow dry it, let the product do the work, let your hands do work, and here's the finished result. Now this is one look. I know in the movie he has hair a variety of different ways, but this is more of like the messy kind of look. You can easily tame this down just by how you style it. Very, very easy to do, but this is the haircut. Because he was able to achieve that wild look with the normal haircut. So you can tame this if you want, or you can go with this type of look, which was more from when he was, his battle scenes and things like that. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed doing this. You can use code YouTube20 at shop.thesalonguy.com for any of my products. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.